Hmm. Om, good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias. There you are. Good morning. Who's here? Tell me who's here. I know Andrea's here. And Andrea, I'm going to speak to your question that came in this morning, just so you know. Who's here with me this morning? As you are showing up, as you are coming here this morning, I invite you to tell me what compels you to be here. I invite you to share and to be witnessed and to say out loud the reasons that you want to be here, the reasons that you've got something that is speaking to you. So tell me as you're showing up. And we're just going to jump right in with the student teacher prayer. So just that reminder that we sit with our spines nice and tall, corners of the lips lifting, our nostrils flaring. So however it is you're sitting, if your legs are, if you're sitting cross-legged, all is well. Bring your left heel closer to the center of your being. Men, bring your right heel closer to the center of your being. And feel as though there is a red string that rises in and up through the crown of your head on your inhale. And then as you exhale, that breath moves down, but the energy continues to ascend. Let the chin drop slightly and bring the head right on back over the body. It's a good idea to have those two things connected. Better yet, to have the head and the heart and the whole body all moving in the same direction, all working for the same desired outcome. And so a reminder that this mantra that we begin with which we begin every single practice is the student teacher prayer. And it's a way in which that we bring ourselves together. We bring ourselves together as one heart. We bring ourselves together as one mind. We bring ourselves together purely and simply as one. Everything that's going on out there, everything that's going on in here just comes right together and rests at the heart. So this is the power of this particular mantra, the student teacher prayer. We send the breath from the crown of the head down and out the body to the belly of the earth. We inhale together and in call and response. Om, Om, Sahana, Sahana, Vavatu, Vavatu, Sahanao, Sahanao, Bhunaktu, Bhunaktu, Saha, Saha, Viryam, Viryam, Karavavahai, Karavavahai, Tejasvi, Tejasvi, Navadhitam, Navadhitam, Astu, Astu, Ma Vidvisha, Ma Vidvisha, Vahai, Vahai, Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Sharanam, Om Mangalam. We come to mantra when we come to a sacred space, a sacred practice. I know to be true that nothing is more potent than coming every single morning to the meditation cushion. Every single morning, while at the same time, every single Sunday, coming right here. Every single Sunday. And why? Because this becomes a sacred altar. An altar as part of your life. Excuse me. An altar as part of your life. And when we have this sacred place, just as Joseph Campbell said so gloriously, the author of The Hero's Journey and Follow Your Bliss, when we have this sacred space that we return to again and again and again, eventually something happens. That's the nature of it. So find for yourself that sacred space, that sacred place where you can anchor yourself in to the grace of being in this body and in this life, and as a part and a participant of these practices. You are as important to yoga as yoga is to you. May we not forget that. And so the previous practice, part one of part three of this, what is Hatha Yoga, and the Ha of Hatha Yoga, which I described as like the trunk of the tree, yeah? The trunk of the tree, as if to say, Hatha Yoga as an asana practice, as a state of being practice, as a way in which to embody the qualities of everything in this material and spiritual world that we want to embody more completely. Hatha Yoga is the trunk of that tree, and all of the branches are the Kundalini, Varupa, Iyengar, Anusara, Ashtanga. All these other lineages come in and out of Hatha Yoga. Ha being sun, Ta being moon, Ha being sympathetic nervous system, Ta being parasympathetic nervous system. So in your last week's practice, or if you take it after, and you do Taha Yoga, no problema there, you're going to find that the last practice is going to be something that you resonate with more completely if you live in the modern world, which I do. I don't know about you, but most of us, and I'd say any of us who even know what YouTube is, live in the modern world. And so with that, we move today into the Ta. So I'm going to do it and offer it up as a contrast, even though it is not that. It is actually a complement. Ha, where Ha is the sympathetic nervous system, Ta is the parasympathetic nervous system. Where Ha is the fire and the drum of Shiva, Ha is the fire and the drum of Shiva. Ta is the water and the cosmic silence between planets. Where Ha is transformation, Ta is gestation. Where Ha is fruit and fruition, Ta is seed and silence. Where Ha is getting at it and getting her done, Ta is waiting and receiving. Where Ha is setting your goals and making it happen, Ta is laying it down and receiving what is meant to be yours. Where Ha is radiance, Ta is magnetism. Where Ha is expansion, Ta is contraction. Where Ha is sun, Ta is moon. Where Ha is systolic blood pressure, Ta is diastolic blood pressure. Where Ha is inhale, Ta is exhale. Where Ha is the warming, rising, Ta is the cooling, descending. Where Ha is transformative, Ta is receptive. Where ha is the fire in your belly, ta is the water in your cosmic womb. Where ha is the spark of initiation, ta is the deep knowing of presence. Where ha is being on fire, ta is going with the flow. This sometimes is received in our lives as polarity. And I offer instead a perception that there is no black and white, which we'll talk about next week. That there is ultimately no ha and ta beyond the material existence, which is impermanent. So everything in this world is gonna change. Everything in this world has a charge to it at some point. Neutrality never really lasts. Not in the material world, not here in this lila, in this play. So as we come into the ta of practice, we come into the space of grounding. We come into the cooling, soothing, nurturing, nourishing nectar of attraction. We come into connection. We come into the draw. We come into the pull. We come in. Now, that in of itself could likely be a meditation. Just that which I have said, to just feel it, to listen again and again and again. To calm your nervous system, to bring you home again, to bring you whole again. So I want to share with you, this is very intimate. I want to share with you something that emulates, it's a journal entry actually, that emulates this divine feminine knowing. And it came at a point in my life when my beloved marriage to a beloved man was disintegrating. And I'll just be all real and whole and woman here. And we had just made love and were lying in the bed, and it was pitch dark. It was the middle of the night, as I remember. And something in me rose, and I sat up, and I remember wailing in the direction of the ocean, in the direction of the west, some 60 miles off. And I remember crying and saying, "Come back to me, come back to me, come back to me." It wasn't conscious, it wasn't meditated or premeditated. It was moment to moment awareness of what was wanting to move through me. And I kept getting out of the way. That knowing is her. That willingness to surround myself with soul sisters who can stand in the conflict is her. There is no wholeness without her. So my journal entry. Go straight to the center of conflict. You may reach a moment in your life where you hear a voice. For me, this inner voice is ultimately what I might call, in this simple moment, the voice of God coming through. You call it what you want. I know what it is for me. And there have been moments when I have heard that voice and I knew it was time to choose. To choose between a personal love in my life and my transpersonal, like beyond my person, a transpersonal destiny. And in that moment, I felt pinned to the cross. But I knew, because I had done the practices, that what was happening needed to happen. And the pain I felt was of the howling kind. Something in me, through me, knew a death was coming. Something had to die. Something would be sacrificed. My personal desires needed to be sacrificed. And what I wanted was no longer relevant. And my consciousness, my highest expression, experienced this moment as crucifixion. The old questions no longer had meaning. And what was taking place in me was not rational nor logical. I was naked, called crazy. Women around me snickered, shaking their heads and saying, I'm so disappointed in her. But I was every inch a woman. And I bathed that woman in cream. I walked her barefoot through forest. I gave her flowers. I pulled the drapes of my soul to protect her from the vultures. All the while asking, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? The only way you inhale deep, rich, new breath and life is to exhale and descend. There's no way for me to come to you today without this being richly and deeply personal. And I'm here to say that in and through the yogic tradition, in and through the spiritual path of Vision Quest, where I've sat on mountain for 8 days and 7 nights, in silence, under full moon, with no food, no company but the squirrel and the snake and the skunk and the hummingbird and the great tree. But that darkness births the greatest light. Stop with the desires to avoid being uncomfortable and settle in. Go right on into it. Lean on into it. Stop with the desires for the whole world to change so you can be peaceful. Be peaceful. As Nietzsche says, your freedom lies between stimulus and response. So, may we practice. May we come to the mat. May we keep dropping our consciousness from here right into the heart. May I feel what it feels like to know death. Death of a world I hoped was possible. Death of a way of being. Death of being 20, death of being someone's. And instead may I rise like phoenix through ash. Kali, Durga, Lalita, Uma Parvati, Saraswati, La Virgen de Guadalupe Tonanzi. Tara, Om, Tara, Tutare, Ture, Swaha. To the mat. We will begin our mat practice in child pose. I welcome always your comments, your thoughts, your offerings. Taking child pose. The brow touches down. We feel the power of our hands touching earth. We feel the body itself as a pool of cream. Softening, settling, releasing. That point between the eyes, Chit Akesh, pure consciousness, pure awareness. We just keep settling into that space, that darkness. Close your eyes as you so choose. Release all ways of practicing. Let your body guide you. Let me be another voice from the outside that must pass the test before entering in. We ground through shins. We ground through palms and brow. We take 3 breaths and release that which doesn't serve us for our time together on the mat. Each exhale draining out, emptying, leaving us open, leaving us spacious, leaving us empty. We slide the hands back by the knees. We press and rise. Rise up to the knees and walk hands out. Grounding through hands, knees beneath hips. Hip shifting side to side. When we come to this practice every single Sunday, when we make the conditional, practical decision to create an environment to come to the practice again, a minimum of 1 time throughout the week. We anchor ourselves in awareness. What's here for me? What is it my body wants to teach me? We hook the toes under, standing on the undersides of the feet, the eyes looking out, the corners of the lips lifting, the nostrils flaring. There's a flow in the body, subtle and sweet. We inhale as points of elbows draw toward thighs. We exhale and round through spine. Inhale, draw breath in and up, crown ascending. Exhale, rounding through spine. 2 more. Inhale, draw breath in and up through crown. Exhale, rounding through spine. 2 more. Inhale, drawing breath in and up through crown. Exhale, rounding through spine. We go ahead and walk the left hand up toward the corner, float the right arm up toward the heavens. We feel the inhale, ascending, the sun rises. We exhale and thread the arm through. We inhale, rise again, not staying in. We exhale, this time we release down, back of shoulders surrenders, head releases. You might tuck that right foot behind left calf. We inhale and exhale here. You are welcome to stay as you are. You are welcome to float left arm up. You are welcome to wrap left hand around to gather right thigh. Corners of the lips lifting, nostrils flaring. What is this here to teach me? Preceded by the question, what is this? As if to say, is there something in me that is begging for attention? And how do I tend to her? That left hand floating upward, if not there already, exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right hand comes to the back of the head. Rising up from this place, exhale, soften. Balancing shoulders, inhale, rising. Exhale, balancing shoulders. 1 more time, inhale, rising. Exhale, balancing shoulders. Right hand comes down. Left hand floats up. Big inhale. Notice the wave of the tail back and forward, and then on the exhale, thread through. Inhale, rise again. Ascending. Playfulness as we shift all the way through now. Perhaps the left foot snubs in to the back of the right calf. Back of the head outside or back of the left ear rooting down. Allow your body to still wave and move and shift. The waters, the cosmic waters of your womb. Womb with a view. So this is not gender or anatomical. We all are in a womb with a view. As my teacher says, womb with a view. Held in the womb in the kangaroo pouch of the mama of all mamas. We float the right arm up if we so choose. Perhaps we wrap it around to get a hold of that left thigh. Noticing sometimes how memories might be released from the body. I just had a memory of a coffee shop on Northwest 23rd. I think it was called Anna Bananas. I used to frequent. Just leaked out of my body. Releasing that arm, taking that right arm to the heavens, right hand comes down, uncross the leg, left arm floats up, bring the hands to the back of the head, opening. Exhale, squaring shoulders, inhale, opening. Exhale, squaring shoulders, inhale, opening. Exhale, bring that left hand down. From here, oh, so sweetly, let's let the belly Surrender to the earth. The belly is long, the hands are back by the ribs. We inhale and we exhale. We inhale and we exhale. We inhale and we exhale. And now we bring our hands back behind our buttocks. We ascend right here, lifting one leg and then the other. Big toes together. We ascend through crown, eyes looking forward. We glide our hands to our hips, lift the legs, open the feet, bring them on back together, release them down. I want to stay connected to that back side, to the history, to the mystery, to the unconscious, the subconscious, to the exhale, to the belly of the earth. We release the feet, hands ground down. Inhale and rise through cobra. Exhale and release. Inhale and rise through cobra. Exhale and release. And once again, inhale and rise through cobra. Exhale and release. We hook those toes on under. Inhale and ascend. Exhale. Tail rising. We pedal from foot to foot. Points of the elbows turning in the direction of the shins. We inhale. We're going to cough the breath out. Inhale, cough the breath out. Inhale, cough the breath out. Feel how the cough falls to the roof of the mouth. One more time. We walk our hands back by our feet. As my teacher Key says, you get extra credit for drooling. I just left a big drool spot on my mat. Hope you do too. Heels of the hands to the base of the thighs. We press and rise. We inhale here. We exhale around the spine. Draw the chin in. Gaze the feet and look for anchoring stability. Inhale, draw the breath in and up to the crown. Exhale and round through the spine. Inhale, draw the breath in and up to the crown. Exhale, round through the spine. We're going to take that cough again and notice where the cough lands. Gravity is real. Inhale. One more time. Inhale, draw the breath in and up. Exhale, draw the navel in as you roll and unfurl, coming to standing. Roll the shoulder heads up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Two more. Forward, up, back, and down. And one more time. Forward, up, back, and down. We bring our hands right in through heart center. We ground it in through both feet. We feel, again, that the arches of the feet are lifting. We're anchoring down through remaining corners of the feet. Inner and outer line of the ball, inner and outer line of the heel, arches rising in and up. It's as though there's a red string in and up through the core of the body. You feel the inhale ascending, lifting us upward along that thread. The exhale, the thread continues to be lifted up and out through the crown as we exhale down and out our base. Inhale again, draw the breath in and up. It's the subtle, it's the small, it's the tiny, quiet voice exhaling, listening. Release both hands down by the sides, and we simply invite an awareness with which we may not always walk. As if to say, this awareness is just here to pay close attention today in our practice to anything that arises. Perhaps the body says, oh, I'm tired. Make note of that. Literally, when I practice, not when I teach, but when I practice, it's very common for me to have a little notebook off the corner of my mat, where I'm writing down all those things that are coming through. She speaks very loudly when I make the decision to listen closely. We step to the top of the mat, as if entering sacred territory. Only as if, because you were in that sacred territory right on back there, but right now, right here, you're really in it. Corners of the lips lift, nostrils flare. I like my big toes touching and my heels apart. I like to feel those arches like bubbling springs of nourishment coming in and up through the belly of the earth to be like a tree, where the whole being, my whole core of my being is the trunk where nectar flows, where maple syrup is made from the nectar that rises more tomorrow than any other day during the month. Do your research. The full moon, she likes to draw the sap in and up from the roots. The sugar plum fairy arises. We bring our hands together at our heart center. The more you close your eyes, the better. Just listening into voice, we soften through knees, release the arms down. We inhale and ascend. Let those arms come all the way up. Exhale, sinking, sitting. Inhale, rising. Exhale, sinking, sitting. Inhale, rising. We stay right here. Index finger is the only finger extended. We circle around. Big circling motions. We reverse that direction, take it all the way around. Big circling motions. Swirling the mists. Inhaling, we rise. Exhale, we bring our hands to our shoulders. Circling shoulders forward, knees are soft. Feel the energy moving. Knees shifting side to side. Reverse that direction. Big toes close. Both elbows forward, up, back, down, forward, up. Reversing. Back up, forward, down, back, up. Forward, down. We bring the hands to the rib cage. Press ribs forward, 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 down. So some of these things you think, well, that's not a yoga pose. What we've so been led astray from knowing is that all these shenanigans we do on the mat are not really the yoga. They bring us to remembering that we are the yoga that we seek. We bring our hands to our hips. So we're just clearing out the cobwebs. You're noticing what feels sticky or murky, what's snuck in the night. We slide our hands down toward our knees. We circle the knees. Reverse the direction. Articulate the feet. We now roll from heels to balls, to heels, to balls, to heels, to balls. We ground through the left foot, float the right foot up toward the buttocks, grounding down through left leg. Bend and extend gently through that left knee. Eyes track out. How is it I can root and connect? Can I bring that right knee in and up and squeeze it on in, keeping my tail releasing back and down. Instead of tucking, I stay tall, heart center open, release the foot. Grounding from big toe to big toe, I take the left foot in and up toward the buttock. I bend through the right knee and rise, bend through the right knee and rise, bend through the right knee and rise. From here, I bring that left knee in, I squeeze it in. I want to keep my tail reaching out and back, drawing that knee on in. The more I am able, the more I bring my breath back to the simplicity of in and out through the nostrils alone. Releasing that foot on down. I ground through my feet, let my feet go right beneath my hips. I bring my hands right on in through the heart center. I reconvene with that little intuitive awareness and say, hey, I'm going to pay attention here. I'm going to take notice. You tell me what you need to tell me, okay? It's like you're the massage therapist of your own body. You're the doctor examining your own self. You're the dentist. You're the therapist. You're the spiritual guide. You're the yoga teacher. You're the teacher, instructor. You're the one, and all you got to do is pay close attention and take notes. Releasing those arms down along the sides. We inhale, float the arms up and back. Feel how the spine elongates, creating more space here. Exhale, hinge at the hips as we hover and release down. Back of the neck is long. Inhale, we bring our hands to our shin lines, lengthen, and expand out through the crown of the head. Exhale, we release. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale and release. One more time. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale and release. This time we inhale in preparation. Exhale, let's step the left foot back. We step the left foot back when we want to engage and initiate from the feminine. We send energy out through that left heel, all the way in and out through the crown of the head. Release that back knee down. That front knee tracks over heel if at all possible. I allow the weight of my body to settle down just a bit. I'm going to walk up this right knee. I'm going to bring my hands into the crest of the hips, and I'm going to sink right here. Bringing hands in into the rib cage. I like to press those ribs forward and balance them out. Wrap the right hip back. Wrap the left rib forward. Raise those arms in and up above the head. Walking through those toes of the right foot to get just that perfect position. Chin drops in and gently recedes. And then exhale, bring those hands on down. Left hand's going to stay, hook the left toes under, lifting. Float that right arm up to the sky. Bring that right arm out nice and long. Breathe right here for 3, for 2, for 1. Float that arm back up. For 3, for 2, send the energy back through that left heel. Bring that left hand down and square the hips. Inhale, eyes track out. Exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. Even here, you might feel it a little bit differently than the first time. Already, you might feel that there's some opening happening. Points of the elbows spiraling in the direction of the shins, ears between the upper arms. Feel the fullness of the palms pressing down, working your heels in the direction of the earth. Rising them up to the balls of the feet. Spiral the heels toward one another. Let the knees soften down at the edges of your mat and walk the arms out where brow touches in Dharmikasana. In gracious pose, let the belly and the chest sag. It's the pregnant mama kitty. Feel that whole belly just weighing down toward the earth, pregnant with possibility. You release the tops of the feet. Let the feet come on down. Walk the hands back by the shoulders and sit on back on those heels if you're able. Knees are wide. We take 3 breaths right here. We're just feeling into the opening on the front line of the top of the foot, top of the ankle, top of the shin, front of the knee. Here's what I know to be true in this body after all these years of moving it. Having those moments when I don't move it, or having moments when the stress rises, and knowing that when I get into something after a stressful time or return to movement after having not moved for a while, all of a sudden There's a shortening, there's a contraction, there's a closing. How do I get through that? I enter into it. I don't dance around it. I don't say or tell a story about how I'm not flexible or I've got this problem or that. No, no. I bring it all in. That's the entering into the center of conflict. That's contraction at its best. As you're ready here, we're just going to shift back out, bring those hands down, hook the toes under, send the tail to the sky, reestablish your downward facing dog. Look out at the hands, middle fingers face forward, remaining fingers just spread right on out around those points of the elbows, turn towards shins, ears between arms. Spine is long, shoulders away from ears, tail ascending. Inhaling and exhaling right here. We're going to rise to the balls of the feet, swivel both heels to your left side, press in through that left hip off the left side of the mat. Soften through knees, square it all the way back up and in through center, other side, blade edges of the feet, pressing over to that right side. Softening, shifting back in and coming on into your downward dog. Pick up the right foot, walk it back, turn it over, and breathe. Pick it back up, set it on down, turn that other foot up and over. Releasing and shifting. From here, we're going to open those feet up to the width of the hips. We're going to walk our hands back toward our feet again. Crown of the head weighs heavy, back of the neck is long. Perhaps there's a little bit more opening you're feeling here. Softening through knees, we roll up, we rise. Palms face forward. Entering into sacred territory, we just walk right on back up. Like a re-entry. Here I am again. Entering this holy land. Like slipping into your own skin. Hands at heart center, sending breaths down and out the body. Exhale, inhale, reaching up and back. Arcing, arcing, arcing. Exhale, forward folding, crown of the head weighs heavy. Back of the neck is long. We inhale as eyes gaze forward. Exhale, let the right foot now step back. We feel into this motion, letting the body weight hover forward and back, hover forward and back. We release that right knee on down. Still feeling into that left foot. Feel how we're opening in and through that left hip. Squirm those left toes forward if the knee is not over the heel. And then from here, we just go ahead and walk on up that left knee. Intuitive, it has way more to do with how you're doing what you're doing than what you're really doing. Feel how that left hip wraps back and that right hip drives forward. We bring both hands in and through the rib cage. I like to press those ribs forward just a bit. Low belly lifts up and the arms ascend, reaching up and back. Exhaling as you're ready, we bring that right hand down to the earth. We hook the left toes on the right toes under and we lift that right knee. That left arm floats up to the heavens. We take that left arm, reach it all the way out strong and long for 3, 2, 1. We inhale, raise that arm up. We exhale, reach it all the way out for 3, 2, 1. We inhale, reach that arm back up again. We exhale, reach it down out for 3, 2, 1. We inhale, take that arm up and release it all the way down to the earth. Inhale right here, eyes tracking forward. Exhale, stepping on back into your down dog. Take a look at those feet. Take a look through those feet as if to see the bones. Feel the arches of the feet lifting. Feel the inner and outer line of the ball of either foot really grounding you down. Can you lift all 10 toes? And then lay them on down. Points of elbows spiraling toward shins. Ears between arms. Shoulder blades gliding down backside. We rise up to the balls of our feet. We turn our heels toward one another. We release our knees down. We release the tops of the feet. We're going to come back and sit here again. Maybe it feels a little different this time. Close the eyes and feel what you feel from heel to heel. So I know there's some of you who got extra parts, new parts, missing parts. You are whole and holy, and just do your best with what's given as guidance. And I'm just another voice on the outside. You just keep paying attention to what your body's asking you. I'm feeling how my hips are just sweetly shifting side to side here. The corners of the lips are lifting, the nostrils are flaring. The crown of the head is rising. From here, I'm going to go ahead and walk my arms out. I'm going to hook those toes under and send my tail to the sky. I'm laughing again. What you don't know, but I'm going to tell you right now. My partner's off camera, and he's supposed to be doing yoga, but I just heard a snore, so that's roundando. Oh my goodness. Mi vida loca. So we're right here, pressing those heels on down toward the earth, rising up to the balls of the feet, shift them all the way over to that right side. Draw those toes back towards shin line. Soften through knees, up and over, hover to the other side. Oh my gosh, hips to the left. Soften through knees, we're going to come all the way back in and up through center. Let those heels work their way down toward the earth. As you're ready, soften through knees, we're going to walk the hands back toward the feet. Crown of the head always heavy, back of the neck is long. Inhale, eyes gaze forward, hands to shin line. Exhale and release. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale and release, and then roll on up one vertebrae at a time, feeling how those shoulder heads rise all the way up toward the ears, send them back and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. The palms face forward. Corners of the lips lift. Nostrils flare. And from this place, we just re-enter again, walking forward. Ah, there she is, right there, entering on in. Corners of the lips lifting. Hands come right on in and through the heart center. We send the breath down and out the body on the exhale. We inhale, take those arms up and back. Let's flow. Exhale, crown of the head releasing, back of the neck is long. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale, step the left foot back. Release that left knee down gently, softly, sweetly. And then as you're ready from here, we're going to walk up that right knee. Bring the hands in and through the heart, through the hips rather, and then in and up through rib cage and heart as the arms ascend. Take that nice inhale right here. Exhale to release those hands on down. We're going to hook under the toes. You're going to take it in a little different journey. Spiral that left heel down to the earth. Go ahead and bring that right elbow right on up to that right knee. Feeling the opening through the hip, we take that left arm up to the heavens. And that crazy bird. Take that left arm all the way out, circle it around. Like the cycle of the moon. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Now this time as you come on down, we're going to touch the earth, turn both sets of toes forward, release and let the crown of the head come forward. So you feel this shift right here, the crown releasing, elbows snugging on in, back of the neck is long. Perhaps you walk your hands out to the outer line of the calves or ankles, crown releasing down. Whatever works here for you to go a little deeper, let it follow the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Softening, come on up, bring those hands back to the earth, spiral everything back to that right foot. Stay high on the ball of the left foot, we rise on up and bring the hands in and through the crust of the hips. We let that left hip drop forward, the low belly lifts in and up. We bring those arms in and up. Anchoring down. We're not in Kansas anymore, people. We're in the tropics. Big inhale, hands to the shoulders, spiraling into that right side. Right arm reaches out long and strong. Eyes track back to that right hand. Sink in on in. That right arm's going to come back to that left leg. That left arm's going to reach up and back. Here you go. And then exhale, windmill those arms all the way down, tail to the sky, down dog. Inhale, move in and through a plank pose, lowering all the way down to your belly. Inhale, eyes look out, elbows snug in and back, and we release down. Heels of the hands in and through by the hips. Inhale, we ascend. Exhale, we release. We're going to take those hands back and interlace along the buttocks. Glide those arms back long and strong. Lift up through the chest. Lift the left leg. Releasing down. Lift the right leg. Releasing down. Lift both feet. For 5, 4, 3, 2. If you can keep it, keep those legs lifted, heart lifted. Reach the hands in through the armpits. Let the left arm come back by the side. Right arm reaches out along the horizon. Lift the feet a little higher. Shift. Both hands pass through armpit region. Left arm out, right arm back. Shift. Right arm reaches out long, long, long. This is the endurant. The contraction versus the expansion. Reach it out. Now both arms are going to reach out long and strong. Lift the feet for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Open the feet. Create a pillow. Lift the ribs. Brow touches. Let the heels fall in. Wag the tail. Heels come in through buttocks. Lift the knees. Bring the thighs parallel. Walk the hands back by the ribs. Inhale. Open through heart center. Hook the toes under. Tail to the sky. Pedal from foot to foot. We walk the feet up to meet the hands. Crown of the head is heavy, back of the neck is long, torso surrender. Soften through knees, we inhale, we ascend. Take those arms all the way up and above the head, full ascension. Exhale, release those elbows, softening down. Wings releasing down and along the side body. Bring those hands right on in and through the heart center. We send the breath down and out the body. We inhale, take those arms up and above the head, full ascension. We exhale and forward fold. Crown of the head releasing, back of the neck is on. Feel the backs, the legs are opening, opening, opening. Inhale, eyes face forward. Exhale, right foot steps back. Inhale here. We release that left heel down. We're going to walk up that left knee. Bring the left elbow to the left knee. Left thigh is essentially parallel to the floor, best you're able. Float that right arm up to the sky. Inhale. We exhale, reach that left arm or right arm out as we spiral the ribs up towards the heavens. Inhale, take that arm upward to the sky. We reach that arm out long and strong. Inhale, reach that arm up to the heavens. Take it out long and strong. Inhale, reach it on up. And then we're going to circle this arm all the way out long and strong. Again, the cycle of the moon. One more big circle. And this time we reach it all the way out long and strong. You're going to go ahead and turn in the direction of your feet. Yeah? There it is. Crown of the head weighted heavy, back of the neck is long. Perhaps you bring your hands to your shins.
Soften through knees. Some of you might touch your head down. You need not. If the spine is rounding, 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 don't you mind for a moment. No reason to do that. And then as we're here, we're just going to shift that weight side to side. We're going to walk everything back over to that left foot. Right foot is back. From here, those toes on the right side are hooked under, heel is back, and we come on up. We bring the hands into the crest of the hip. We bring the hands in and up through the rib cage. We float those arms up nice and high. There it is, you got it. We begin to rotate through the rib cage. Hands in through shoulders, reaching those arms back. Perhaps the eyes track back to the left hand. We take that left arm down the back body, right arm floats up and back. Big inhale. And then we exhale, windmill those arms all the way down to the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, tail to the sky. Pedal from foot to foot. Inhale in and through plank pose. Lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Hands back by the ribs. Inhale, ascend. Exhale and release. Inhale, ascend. Exhale and release. We're going to bring those hands back by the feet. Reach back, gather the feet, bring the hands to the inner line of the foot if you can. Press the feet into the hands and lift. Different animal, different side. Right, as if to say, you don't always have to do the exact same thing on one side from the other. If it's a bilateral movement, if both sides are moving, it just might be a really rich way to get into it on one side and then let the other side take you somewhere else. We release that all the way down. We bring the hands by the ribs. We inhale here. We're going to exhale into Dharmanikasana. Let the brow touch down. Let the arms reach out long. Palms are touching down. Bum is up. Feel how the belly and the heart weigh heavy. Keep reaching your tail back behind you as your hands reach out long, feeling the spaciousness in and along the line of the spine. And take 3 more breaths right here. As you're ready, we rise on up. We walk those hands back. We hook the toes under and we stand on our feet. We feel how the rib cage is long and lifted. We keep bringing those heels on down to the earth, and then tail settles as we're able. Thumbs come to brow. Rounding in through the feet, we reach the arms out long and strong. Are you able then to shift to your feet again? Are you able then to shift to the balls of your feet? Hands coming in through the heart center. We raise the arms up nice and tall. We exhale as we draw the elbows back and come to standing. We release the arms down. Eyes track out. Once again, we very gently enter in that sacred territory. From here, we're going to go ahead and ground through the right foot and bring the left knee in and up. Snug the shin in and up, the knee rising skywards. If it's another crown of the head, the heel, a whole other foot system. Chin draws in and back. We're not tucking through the tail. We
We release the hands, we bring the arms up and above the head. We draw the elbows down and back. We reach the left heel out long for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. We bring the knee in and up. We send the leg back. We reach the arms long along the side body. Soaring, shifting. From here, we let the right hand come down. So right foot and right hand touch the earth. Lift the left hip up toward the heavens. Float left arm up to the sky. Press out through left ball of the foot. And then take that left arm, reaching it out over the head, spiraling heart center up toward the heavens. Eyes can look out over the horizon or up toward the sky. Bringing that left hand back on down, the left foot joins. Tail ascends. Hands come in and through the base of the thighs, we rise. Navel center draws in, we roll through the pelvis. Circling it around, taking it in that opposite direction. I'll tell you a story in a few minutes. Bring the big toes together, hands at the heart center. I just wanted to explain that little spontaneous laughter, releasing those hands on down. We inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward folding, crown of the head, waist heavy. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale and release, soften through knees. We inhale, ascend. Take those arms all the way up nice and high. Draw those elbows in and back. We snug the right knee in and up. We bring the hands to the shin. Feel as though that right knee is like another head. Rising in and up. Como otra cabeza. Another head lifting in and up. The chin tucks. Navel center draws in. As we're ready here, we're just gradually going to release that and bring that foot right on into the buttocks. Just feel this for a moment. Then bring that knee right on in, back up. Reach that heel out long and strong. Take those arms up and above the head. Draw the elbows in and back. Holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll draw the knee in and up. We take the leg back. We reach the arms along the side body. Let that left arm come on down to the earth. So left hand, left foot rooting down. Right arm floats up to the sky. Eyes track out here along the horizon or upward toward the heavens. We bring that right arm out long and strong. Right arm floats. And we bring it on down. Both feet come together or beneath the hips as you so choose. Crown of the head, waist heavy. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, we ascend. Exhale, we draw those elbows back and down. Hands come right on up into the heart center. Let the left hand cup the right. Gratitude for your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through flared nostrils. Releasing arms down. We inhale, ascending, take those arms up and above the head. We exhale and forward fold, crown of the head, waist heavy. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale, we step both feet back. We hover forward, lower all the way down to our bellies. Inhale, we ascend. Exhale, we release. Inhale, we ascend. Exhale, we release. We're going to take the left arm and reach it out long and perpendicular to the edge of our mat. From this place, we're going to roll in the direction of that left arm. Let the head come on down. Let the right foot be an anchor. We're opening that left front line of the shoulder. If that right elbow is cocked to the sky, see if you can bring that left hand closer to the chest so you can rest your elbow against your belly. We slowly and steadily bring it all back to center. Let the opposite arm come out nice, long and strong. Bring the hand by the ribs, opening up over that right front line of the shoulder. Again, if that left elbow is cocked up and you're using the shoulder muscles and the arm muscles to hold it in space, just walk the hand closer to the belly and let it rest. We're going to come right on out of that. Bringing everything back to the belly. We're going to rise on up. I'm going to bring the right knee forward. So I'm going to show you pigeon. You can come into pigeon. I'm going to keep it super simple. I just want your knee to be at ease. And I want you to be working yourself so that you feel an opening in the back of that right hip and the front of the left hip. If you're here and your body says, no, can't do it, or if you're seated and saying, I'm not even going to try that, then with the right foot up toward the sky, you're going to shift down, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and draw that left knee in. In this way, you're at least going to get the opening on that left hip, the back of the, or right hip rather, the back of the right hip. So you choose your variation. One opens both hips, the other opens one hip. It's all right. Nothing wrong here. In either case, we are flaring the nostrils gently whenever we remember, lifting the corners of the lips softly whenever we remember. We're breathing in and out through the nostrils. As you're ready, wherever you are, go ahead and close your eyes. Follow the breath. And slowly and steadily, however you so choose, change to the other side. There's no wrong way, no right way. There's just your way. shifting. And coming in your time all the way down to your backside with your feet, soles of the feet together, knees open. We call this Shakti-asana. First time I've used the name of a pose. Feel and sense how the breath moves from the crown of the head down and out the body to the belly of the earth, and then in and up again, rising, ascending. And down and out. And in and out. Noticing what's alive for you. Shift one hip and the other, bringing the knees one at a time back to our center point of our bodies. We ground through our feet, we root. We rock gently through the tail. And then as we're ready, we're going to walk the shoulders underneath the back body, gently lifting in and up through the front line of the hips. So this is the second side. If you were doing the hip opener on your back, this opens the second side of the front line of the hip. If you were in full pigeon with me, this is just a repeat of the front hip opener. As you're ready, slowly, steadily, releasing the tail. Walking those shoulders out and opening the feet off the corners of your mat. Allow the arms to perhaps come up so the body forms the shape of a capital X. Noticing what's happening in your body. As you're here, make any adjustments if there's any part of your body that's asking you for a shift. Make that shift. And I want you to imagine just for a moment that you're teaching a yoga class. Even if you're not a teacher, that's all right. Just come with me. And imagine that you're teaching in a second-story studio that is open air to the jungle and the rice paddies of Bali. And in this class you're teaching, there are wall-to-wall yoga mats. The room is packed. And there's one student in the room who consumes your entire attention. This student is your most revered teacher. And as you teach and you share, you do very well, if you might say so yourself. You know the Sanskrit names of some poses. You understand enough anatomy to be helpful. You're lighthearted and funny from time to time, and serious and present all the while. At one point at the apex of your class, you take a position at the end of the room, down at the side, while the students, your teacher included, are all eyes on you. And you take them into a triangle pose, and then out to a half moon where you're standing on one leg and one hand on the earth and the other leg extending out. You're talking and teaching and reveling in your great performance, and all of a sudden you fall out of the pose with such exuberance that you nearly launch yourself out the window onto the rice paddies below. And you catch yourself with a gasp. This moment, right now, is where your real practice begins. This moment where you may blame yourself or feel ashamed or negate all the good work you've done, making every skillful passage you've made, wise instruction you've offered, rendered useless. Or your practice meets you at the moment that you regain your balance again. And you smile and say, of course. This is the work, offering non-resistance to whatever life gives us, rather than sharp, barbed words, judgments, and punishments. We regain our balance. I regain my balance. And carry on. So as you're ready here, slowly and steadily bring your attention back into your body right here, right now, wherever you may be. Bring yourself in your very own way over to your side, with corners of the lips lifting and nostrils flaring, bringing yourself gradually all the way back up to your favorite seat. This nurturing, nourishing, rich, and delicious. Potent and powerful practice of going inward. I offer you this poem by Shalene Harkin. Why did we ever put God in the sky, out of reach, pulling the divinity from the leaf, sifting out the holy from our bones, insisting that God isn't bursting dazzlement through everything we've made, a hard commitment to see as ordinary, stripping the sacred from everywhere to put in a cloud man elsewhere, praying closeness from your heart. Why did we take the dance and the song out of prayer, make it sit up straight and cross its legs, removed it of rejoicing, wiped clean its hips away, its questions, its ecstatic yowl, its tears. Why did we ever pretend that God is anything but the easiest thing in this universe, available to every soul on every breath? Why did we put God in the sky, out of reach, pulling the divinity from the leaf, sifting out the holy from our bones, insisting that God isn't bursting dazzlement through everything we've made a hard commitment to see as ordinary, stripping the sacred from everywhere to put in a cloud man elsewhere, prying closeness from your heart. Why did we take the dance and the song out of prayer and make it sit up straight and cross its legs and remove it of rejoicing and wipe it clean of its hip sway in questions, an ecstatic howl, and tears? Why did we ever pretend that God isn't the easiest thing in this universe, available to every soul on every breath? And bring our hands together at our heart center, ears and hearts wide open. We chant our closing mantra, sending breath down and out the body to the belly of the earth together. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamavevashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Welcoming your comments, welcoming your thoughts, welcoming your offerings, and welcoming that you subscribe and share this with your friends. You can share it to YouTube, or excuse me, you can share it to FaceTime, you can share it anywhere. You can copy the link, send it in an email. Please do. Sending you lots of love, wishing you a glorious day. Full moon tomorrow. Deeply grateful. Thank you.